I was told a long time ago that you can separate the real from the fake when people's words don't match with their actions consistently. I had to add the consistently part because that wasn't being said, but to those out there watching my video, I'm sure universally in general, y'all know what I'm talking about. Actions always say things louder. It's not always what you say, it's what you don't say. And I think because I know myself so well, that self-awareness about my own thoughts and feelings and my behavioral patterns to how I approach life with my feelings through my actions that come from the heart and spirit to guide me through. It always creates a good feeling effect for quite some time now as I evolve constantly for the past decade. I get stronger spiritually, mentally, and physically. And during these times, it started off with the spirit. I was tapped in the spirit, so I was in balance more with my mental because I was daydreaming a lot more than I was doing. And I was also daydreaming a lot, but I wasn't constructing those thought patterns into how or what I really wanted in my life. And when I thought that those were things that I wanted, it was when I went out into the world and experienced the things that I thought I wanted that I really didn't want it. And there's some things that I still want to this day and that I received through those 10 years. Each time, year 3, year number 4, 5, 6, it elevated into the mental. So it was creating things for me to think and build my memory. I was eating blueberries. I subconsciously was drawn to that fruit, because the properties was for the brain. But I didn't know that before. I was just drawn to that fruit first. And then it got to the physical. I was attracting jobs, physical labor, intense physical labor jobs that caused me to sweat and build muscle. A lot of sacrifices for trying to earn a living at the time. I think that was my subconscious creating that to happen because I got what I asked for, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted at the time, anyways. And looking back, it was exactly what I wanted to where I'm at now. It feels like I could do anything. And even as I do this is like my first time speaking through a microphone, my own video microphone, to host a video like this, a medicine for the soul. And because I do it from my heart, it feels good, and it captures a lot of people. My videos are really for anybody, men, women, children, or young or old, but a lot of people that are already awakened to their senses and who they are, or just understanding the basis of it, of energy, are probably just watching this as a reminder. A lot of my videos are people gravitate towards it that are hurt, lost in their path, needing some inspiration, etc. It's quite amazing my journey so far. When I let spirit guide me, it was allowing this flow that was already there to be felt a lot more easily. People's energies that I'm drawn to, people's energies that repel me away from them. It's for a reason. In my personal belief in life, I've tested this theory out many times, if I was wrong or right, just to test the waters and say yes when I really meant no, and saying no when I really meant yes. And each time that I can remember, it was that instinct that was always right. And so it was best to share the things that happen into a story, a true factual story, to help create a manifestational guide to the center of the heart, my heart, because everybody's unique, including myself. Your goals may be different, but whatever my goal was, I went out for it. And I was seeing something that said that if you continue to go towards what you want and it pushes you away, that maybe it wasn't meant for you. Now, I'm not saying give up on your dreams and hopes, but sometimes these are signs. And those were things that I also took into consideration. And that was also what I experienced this year. What I thought I wanted isn't really for me at the time, at this current time, anyways, because who knows? Things change. And I was seeing something that Bashar was saying. He said that if you follow the flow, it always leads you to who you are, like who you really are, so that you shouldn't force anything to happen. With that mindset, it created a lot of peace. So I really didn't care who was leaving my life. I really didn't care if I was being my true self, that it was repelling others to stay away. Because for me, I knew that I was operating from a place of love and harmony. So I was telling my uncle this today, either do it from your heart or don't do it at all. So everything that comes out of my mouth is from the heart, and it means well, unless I'm joking around. Everything that I do physically, I do it with intent and purpose, with passion and compassion. So I just feel, and that comes with me wanting to be real with myself and others, and wanting to attract that as well. And that was what I have been experiencing as well. It's amazing. And then I realized that wherever park that I went to, every party, everybody that I spoke to, even if it was briefly, it was a magical learning experience. It wasn't just a shallow thing. It was something that, nothing that happens is a coincidence in my eyes. But what I'm saying is, when I was starting to operate more from my heart center, the middle of my chest, I started to attract an even more enhanced experience. I went from standard television to high definition vision. And then I went from that to wearing my 3D glasses at the IMAX theater. I started to see the bigger picture of life. And that belief system created a larger than life experience that just keeps expanding. And with that belief, I just continue to attract better and better experiences and results.